Sometimes plans work out exactly how you envision them. And sometimes they don't. Smiles make the world better all around you. Smiles make the world better all around you. Smiles make the world better all around you. Turn that frown upside down and make a difference. As most of us already know, planning can be one of the most beneficial things we can do for ourselves when we're trying to accomplish anything. As an individual, as a group, it doesn't really matter. If we're willing to take the time to sit down, really think about what we're aiming to accomplish, and consider all options, and brainstorm, and look at all of it from multiple perspectives, it can really improve the efficiency of the use of our energy. It can make sure that we're all moving forward in solidarity. Everyone's on the same page. There's all sorts of benefits to planning. But sometimes, quite often actually, life happens and our ideas change. The world changes around us, our circumstances change. And if we're not prepared for that change, if we are overly attached to the plan that we've come up with, it can be really easy to let it mess with us way too much on a mental level, on an emotional level, and prevents us from naturally shifting and flowing with the circumstances. So what I would like to introduce during this episode is a term that myself and the people that I surround myself with on a regular basis use to help remind us of those inevitable ebbs and flows in our process of moving forward, and mentally and emotionally prepare ourselves for those ebbs and flows. It's also a term that I'm going to be using a lot in the future to help bring clarity to other topics that I'm excited to discuss with you guys. Even though this is going to be a short episode, it's going to be an important one because I'm probably going to link back to it in the future. It's one that I really would like for myself and for others to really allow it to sink in. So often we make plans, we get so attached to those plans, and when it doesn't work out, for some reason it feels like the world's ending, or like, I don't know, the whole world is out to get you, you're under attack. When in all reality, things are just shifting, and we're meant to go with that shift. And that's actually the highest path for us in that moment. And everything is completely in divine order, and it's all wonderful and okay. We're feeling the complete opposite. And I'm a firm believer that that's because of our subconscious, unconscious attachment to that plan that we have set in place. As most of us know, you can't move forward without making some sort of plan if you're trying to do it with anyone. If you're trying to include yourself in a group and make any sort of progress, you have to talk about it. You have to make a plan. But learning to shift and flow with all of the universe inside of us and around us as it moves, learning to get in tune with all of that movement allows us to take those plans, utilize that momentum that we've now allowed ourselves to have, and move forward while being completely and fully supported by everything. That's what we call organic evolution. Being in the moment and recognizing the signs and recognizing the feelings when we're being nudged one direction or the other by the part of us that can see all of it so clearly. The term organic evolution becomes useful, helpful when we apply it basically as a reminder, either during the planning process itself. So like as we're coming up with a plan, we're reminding ourselves that the organic evolution
is inevitable. The running into the roadblocks, the random pieces of information falling into the equation that weren't there before, people's feelings and minds changing. All of these things are inevitable, so when we're able to mentally, emotionally prepare ourselves for these things, when they come, it's much easier to flow with them and utilize them as opposed to being obstructed by them. So the reminder comes during the planning process and as the changes are occurring to bring us back into that more positive perspective. When those things occur, when those changes occur, instead of seeing them as roadblocks or hindrances, we just see them as the natural order of things. We see them as this is how it is organically evolving in the moment. That's it. Organic evolution. It's pretty simple, right? I hope I've explained it in a way that makes sense to everyone. I mean, to me it seems pretty straightforward. Just use it as a reminder so that when those inevitable ups and downs, ebbs and flows arrive, we're prepared and we can take a more positive perspective instead of being so thrown off by it. But if you have any questions, if for some reason something didn't click, if you would like me to try to explain deeper on some area of it, please leave a comment and I will do my absolute best to provide clarity. Liking is lovely, commenting is cool, subscribing, well that's sexy, and ringing the bell rules. Okay, gotta go, bye.
We are together, creating art and living in peace in everything we do by prioritizing our frequency. Aho.
Oh. That was perfect.
That was
perfect.
awesome.
That was electric.